Hello everybody, Danny Shay here, back at my woo-woo table, the table of awareness, the table of enlightenment, and sometimes the table of confusion. Welcome everybody, welcome. Thank you for sticking with me while I was on my Chaco Canyon trip. I've been wanting to go to Chaco Canyon for years, and I was going to go last year during, it was equinox, I think, and yet life happens, and I didn't get to go, but my younger brother did go, so he scoped it out, and I went this time with him, and we went to, I just saw so many cultural places that were no longer. And it's kind of a, it's kind of a metaphor a little bit, because our system is crumbling. Now, whether we retain it or not is still unknown. I think it's up to us. But when I look at, in a little west of Flagstaff is Walnut Canyon, where they had a lot of cliff dwellings. I took a bunch of pictures and I was going to do a slideshow. I still am, but it's, wasn't what I saw. There's pictures. I'm going, I need to be a better photographer. And I used to be a professional photographer. However, I got rid of my camera. Just use camera phone now. Oh well. Nonetheless, it's not as good as being there. But I'll still show it to you all. And Walnut Canyon, yeah, extremely powerful. Then we went to Mesa Verde. Well, actually I went to Ghost Ranch. That was cool. Really powerful. Mesa Verde, and then down into Chaco Canyon, and then Sunset Crater. And you just see, Chaco especially, you just see these great, Chaco was, I don't know if it was a city or if it was just a meeting place. It feels like it was more of a meeting place. But I don't, why they built these huge structures just for a meeting place is beyond me. So when I walked into that energy, it was more of, there were people in their smaller communities that allowed major influx of different cultural, spiritual, trade ideas to come in. So much unlike what we in the US are offering today. However, that's going to change. You look at the Dutch government, which just collapsed today. And I don't know a lot about this. So the commenters from the Netherlands will be able to add more to that. And I think this is so cool. This community that comes together to stand up against what is going on in the world today. Segregation, not inclusion. This community is all about inclusion. Oh, happy Pride Month, everybody. Woohoo! Hey, and speaking of Pride Month, say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. He, she, them. She's just happy to be back up on their perch. Hey, Psychic Duck, you going to any Pride marches this weekend? Oh, yeah. All right. Be safe. Well, you betcha. So, but the Netherlands government, the Dutch government, there seem to have been 4 parts to it. So in the US we have the Democrat, Republican, Independents, some other things, but really mainly two. The Dutch government, from what I read briefly, there's four. And the main guy, far-right guy, stepped down. His party had the majority in what I call Congress or Parliament. And yet they were saying we need to vote on our immigration policies. The far-right guy goes, no, let's just stop everybody from coming in. And he goes, well, if you're not going to follow me, I'm stepping down. So he's stepping down, kind of leaving the government in a little hanging position. Although they have three other parties, the major party that won is kind of falling apart a little bit. Kind of sounds like the Republican Party. Really? The big beautiful bill, someone doesn't like it. The F-Elon. So there's a guy who has a Tesla car. This guy has the best toys ever. He's got old VWs. He's got the best toys. He has a Tesla car and it's got a bumper sticker on it that says F-Elon. I go, is it felon or is it F-Elon? Take your pick. So the Netherlands government is kind of falling apart a little bit. Right before NATO meeting, somewhere around June 24th. My birthday. Maybe I'll get a birthday surprise. So I've said that I'm going to get to some rambling readings here. I have said in the past, the energy with pendulum and cards said that this regime was going to crumble we're going to get news in May, and in June, it was going to start falling apart. And maybe even be gone by my birthday. I got that it was going to be gone by my birthday. That'd be a great birthday present, because 2 years ago, we had Roe v. Wade being overturned. That was a bad birthday present. Bad. But I digress. Where am I going? Where am I rambling? So anyway, I do want to look at that. I got a little bit of something when I read on June energy that things are going to shift, but I wasn't like really clear because I wasn't into politics. I was into spiritual la-la land, which is awesome. I gotta tell you, it's a good place to be. Things are all peaceful. Everybody's getting along in my head. Even the rock people. The rock people and the tree people, they're all getting together. They're all hanging out. They're all having fun. Then I come back to reality and it's like, oh man, they're still getting along, but some of us two-leggeds are fighting. Even people in our community are fighting against the same people in the community. Cray. Okay, so, but I was getting a hit. And I got a big hit doing 80 miles an hour down I-40. I go, Kamala Harris is missing from the California Democratic Convention. Gavin Newsom was missing. And this is where all the people are coming up saying, hey, let's run for governor. Katie Porter. Please, Katie. There's a lot of people in the mix. I would love to see Katie Porter. I miss her whiteboards. I miss her big jar of jelly beans. Oh my gosh. Let's bring it down to a 2-year-old's level. Let us explain something to you. Anyway, a little far away, But Tim Walz was there. Kamala Harris missing. I'm like, there's something. What am I hearing? What am I hearing flying down the freeway at 80? Hopefully it wasn't screeching tires and horns blaring. It wasn't. Also, what was it in South Carolina? I've written this down so I won't forget. South Carolina? Come on now, where's my notes? Oh, geez. Yeah, South Carolina. Also a Democratic convention. Tim Walz was there. Kamala Harris wasn't. This was like back to back. So Tim Walz had to fly from California to South Carolina. And when I heard this, I heard that Kamala Harris is waiting to announce that she is going to be running for governor at the end of the summer. And I went, what's she waiting for? What is she waiting for? And I'm like, ooh, 80 miles an hour. I got a big hit. So I'm going to read on that. Because that's, you know, I don't know, PsychicDuck told me to. All right. So much crazy crap that is going on. Oh my gosh. I got another hit when I was watching the news here that Elon was going to have a meltdown. He was going to lose it. I mean, mental breakdown. And I went on Libby's channel to listen to a little bit of good politics, and that was what she titled her video for. And I went, oh, I can't watch this because that's what I want to read on. And then I went to another video and I go, yeah, and I was going to read on that too. And then another one, and that. So I couldn't even watch any of Libby's. So, but I encourage you all to. All right. All right. What else has happened? I am going to get to the Kamala Harris thing because there's also another big development that just came out. Thank you, Nancy Jean, for sending that to me. Joni Ernst. What? What? Good Lord. Good Lord. Ay, 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 ay. She talked about the tooth fairy. And as a hillbilly toothless person, kind of took offense. I hope I don't have to explain the tooth fairy to you. And I went, oh, hell no, don't even go there. Don't even go there, Joni. So, can you imagine being her PR person? And she comes out with this, and it's like, oh, Joni, whoa, you gotta walk it back, Joni. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk it back. And then you see her in the cemetery. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. And then she puts out the, if you want to live, well, why don't you believe in my Savior? Really? I don't think I want to live like that. Okay. The other thing that Libby stole from my mental idea is Palantir database. Alex Karp and Peter Thiel want to have a whole big database. This sounds good. This sounds good. So the CIA and the FBI have combined their databases with Palantir. And the government has these antiquated systems. It would be good if, agencies can talk to each other. When I did first responders, there would be, I worked on a dive team. The dive team, sheriff dive team, would not communicate with the CHP, which would not communicate with the local police, which did not communicate with the Coast Guard. And I'm like, why aren't all the radios hooked up to the same channel? I think they and FEMA was not. I think they kind of got it together a little bit, but then I left, so I'm not really sure. But it just amazed me. And you look at cops, firemen, and different agencies of cops. They all have this hierarchy, you know? They all think that they're the best instead of working together. Very, very egoic. All right. So this Palantir database that is coming up. I'm not going to read it. I'm just talking about it. I think Libby probably has a really good read on it. It's got good things and bad things. It's kind of like AI. There's good things and then there's bad things about it. So we really have to have a lot of discernment in what we're getting, what we're putting into our bodies, minds. I've talked about the RFK Jr. He was in the news too. I've mentioned this many times before, months, years ago, that these changes that are coming up, we're going to have to take care of ourselves. Medically, we're going to have to listen to our intuitive selves, listen to our internal bodies, and it's going to be more plant medicine. It's going to be more holistic healing, energetic healing. We're moving into a new space. And so we need to let go of some things, but embrace some other things too. So there's a place for drugs, and there's a place for just eating better. And this is kind of what RFK Jr. is saying. My wife, oh my gosh, she is so into the research of all this. And she said the other day, maybe I need to do a video on healthcare and what she has discovered. And I go, yeah, I got a ready-made audience. I know that they will want to hear this. But again, for entertainment only. All right, let's get into it. 17 minutes and 39 seconds. No repeating number in this video so far. The decks that I'm using are the Tarot, Fountain Tarot. No naked pictures there. Tarot Grand Lux. I don't believe there's any naked pictures in there, so I think I'm safe. And my BLUESKY deck. Naked pictures and people's with their heads cut off in this one. So I got to be careful with that, whether you see them or not. So, but I'm not using my wanderers. I'm back at the table again. Oh, I just grabbed this one. So let's see what, let's look at Elon. He says, I'm not comfortable with being responsible for the Trump agenda. Psychic Duck, you got anything to say about that? Psychic Duck said, that's quackers. Yeah, he only paid 200, what, million, billion, whatever it was, so that Pumpkinhead can get in there. And now Musk is saying that this badass bill, and it's badass, it's stupid. He's not for it. He goes, it's, I don't know what he said, idiotic or whatever. But you see him in the White House and he's like, his eyes are rolling around. I'm like, what the hell? Now I was watching clips, so, but still, what the hell? Did he have a crink in his neck? You would think with all his money, he'd be able to have a masseuse. I know somebody that could probably do Reiki on him. Anybody want to volunteer? No? Maybe that's why. Nobody wanted to touch him. All right, all right, all right. Elon Musk. I'm using the Fountain Tarot. This deck, to me, is just harsh truth. Lots of angles. It's no soft edges. Maybe a little. Maybe a little with the lovers or the Six of Cups. But anyway, let's see what the cards have to say. Let's drop this down. Elon Musk, are you gonna like, how's the mental attitude with you? How's the mental capacity? Are you gonna like blow a gasket? Elon. So, Elon. He's got, okay, intuitively I'm hearing that he's got this agenda that was supposed to be aligned with Pumpkinhead, but it was way darker than Pumpkinhead's vision. It was like a different train track, still going into a dark space. Elon, are you going to, how's the mental? Ace of Wands. New truth. This to me is like a double-edged sword. This Ace of Wands, it's not like Fred Flintstone, bam, bam, bam. It's like, well, you can go this way, you can go that way. Either way, it's going to cut. It's going to hurt. And there's no place to grab this wand either. Right? So you're grabbing the blade almost. All right. Being challenged by, wow, the Ace of Cups. New emotional awareness? How's your emotional status? It feels like it's going back and forth between I'm good, I'm not so good. Oh my gosh. There it is. He's juggling. He's a little underwater. That whole ketamine thing. Oh my gosh, some of the late nights, very, very funny. Jon Stewart was really funny. If you guys haven't watched him, he's so funny. All right, he's probably the one I like to watch the best out of all these guys. It changes. Bill Maher is, I can't even watch him anymore. All right, in the past is the Queen of Wands. The top of the reading we have, wow, Ace of Swords, wow, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Woo-wee. He's got a lot of new coming. And the Seven of Swords. When I look at this card, I don't think, we haven't gotten the Tower moment yet, but Ace, these two are very similar in my view of this deck. They're both sword type things, both sharp, both cutting. And so that may be his mental acuity. So there is a soft side with him, and you can see that in his son X. You know, he says, punch me in the face. It's that soft side of Elon Musk. That was weird, wasn't it? What a weird explanation. And we get the Seven of Swords. I think it's this hand is the drug use that's pulling away his mental acuity. He may be smart, but not on all these drugs. He's underwater. He's juggling. He's struggling with this stuff. Yes, Nine of Wands, defending himself, going up the hill. When he walks up when he gets out there and he has to defend himself against all of these news reports, this is what I think is going to get him. So he's out there battling it. He's defending it. He may be under some legal challenges coming up. Well, maybe. He is. With Pumpkinhead in there, you could say, okay, well, you're pardoned, blah, blah, blah. But there's something going externally, somebody's looking at him. And I don't know. That guy looks like Jack Smith. Without hair. I should lend this King of Swords some hair. I could do that. Hopes and fears. He's got the world and the hopes and fears. Things are spinning. Oh, naked. Sorry. And the final outcome? Judgment. Letting go of something. Six of Cups, going back to a simpler time, to an innocence, to a time where whatever he said was kept in a little cone of silence. He's not there anymore. He's being judged, and he's got heartbreak. Elon, are you losing it? High Priestess at the base. Justice. Restriction. Is he losing it? Yes, he's having dreams. He's having nightmares. He's trying to balance things. I'll take this drug, I'll take that drug, I'll take this drug. I'm balancing things out. All right. I don't like to keep going, but I was going to see if there was a tower moment. I don't see him falling down. I think that, he'll have enough... I don't know, why did I just think of Michael Jackson's doctors? When you have that much money, you can tell your doctors anything. You can get anything. But yeah, he's really worried. He's restricted. He's got justice coming, and there's some secrets with this High Priestess. He's having crazy dreams, and I think he's trying to manage it with uppers and downers and uppers and downers, and time to go to sleep, downer. Time to wake up, uppers. Okay. All right. Elon, no matter how much money you have. Yikes. All right. Where am I? 27 minutes. Somebody said, I miss the long runs. How do you like it now? All right. Okay, let's get into Kamala Harris. Let's get into the election truther stuff. PsychicDuck is going, yeah, it's about time. All right. So, when I was driving, listening to the wonderful podcast, thank you to all the tarot readers who throw out some great information. It's really, really good to listen to. I was trying to upload videos, so I couldn't listen to as much as I normally do. And that uploading, if you don't have 4 bars or 5G, it takes forever to upload anything. So I'm glad I'm back with good Wi-Fi, but when I go to Shasta, I gotta think about that and work on that. But I digress. Speaking of a digression, Steve Bannon wants to jail Lindsey Graham. I guess Lindsay was over at in Ukraine when Ukraine bombed, did the drone attack on Russia. I'm like, yes, I'm so glad. Well, I'm not glad. I mean, I'm glad that Ukraine is like taking it to them. I just want it to end. I want us to see just the idiocy of what we're doing. Back to the idiocy. The the Israeli, a past Israeli prime minister said that Israel is creating war crimes, is doing war crimes against humanity, and it's just not Netanyahu. And I went, why did he say Israel? Because, and then I thought, is it because the people aren't standing up to this horrific violence? And then it reminded me, we've got to stand up in our own country against this horrific violence against humanity. Whew! I think we're waking up. The news coverage is so brutal that everybody's seeing this is awful. Okay. Me being a little peacenik. So, I heard that Biden and Pumpkinhead had a 2-hour meeting. Maybe I knew that before, I didn't know. And someone was saying that they were talking about election interference and cognitive decline and back and forth with that. Speaking of cognitive decline, Trump goes, Biden is a cloned robot. Like, who's a cloned robot? It's all projection, so you got to think. Man, you would think they would do some facial work on Pumpkinhead if he was a cloned robot. But, all right. Squirrel. But they were talking about election stealing, and someone was saying, some reader was saying something that they made a deal. I won't talk about election interference if you don't talk about my mental capacity. I'm not so sure that rang true with me. But that's what somebody said. And then somebody else said, I think in the comments, that Biden has put in place a reset for the government in case things go south. In case things go south. Things are going south. Where's the damn reset? Okay. I'm not going to read on that. But I am going to read on a seminal case. So this is from Nancy Jean. Thank you. Lawyers are fond of using the term a seminal case to refer to someone's decision that is supposed to be the benchmark on a particular legal issue. Here we go. Buckle up. What time is it? 33. If I wait a little bit, it'll be 33. The seminal case questioning the accuracy of the 2024 presidential and Senate election results in Rockland County, New York, is moving forward. Judge Rachel Tangway of New York Supreme Court ruled that discovery must proceed. Wow. So she's saying there may be a full recount in that county, presidential, Senate, and what else? The lawsuit seeks a full hand recount of the presidential and U.S. Senate races across Rockland County. And this, I think that's huge. Huge. You know, but we've seen all this stuff before, and it all gets tangled up in the courts, and no, you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. She's just saying, we want discovery. That's all. Let's see what the evidence is. So I don't think it's going to be paused. Let's just take a look at it. Using the harsh truth deck. Is this case in Rockland County, New York, going to proceed? is this case going to proceed? Rockland County, New York. Is this case going to proceed? I just see it as a little teeny space in New York. I don't know where Rockland is. Is it upstate? Probably. Is it upstate? And we've been talking about it on this channel a lot, about Election Truth Alliance. They've been saying the same thing, and I follow them, where they say, and in Rockland, what happened, or in New York, what happened, Kristen, who, the senator, won bigly, and but Kamala Harris lost bigly. And they go, well, this is a Democratic bastion. What's going on there? So let's look into it. They're going to look into it. So is this looking into? That card did not want to shuffle. These two cards. Two of Cups and the Queen of Coins. Two of Cups. There's something coming together about the security of the vote. Okay. What can you tell me about this case moving forward? 6 cards. 6 cards. What can you tell me about this case moving forward? 2 of Swords. There's going to be some challenges, but to me, when I look at this card, it looks like Lady Justice holding up the cards. Holding up the swords. It's being challenged by, of course, Pumpkinhead. At the base of the reading is a celebration, 4 of Wands. In the past, my Kamala Harris card. When I say the past, it's always as it relates to this reading. Kamala Harris. In the past. That's going, she's just waiting. Top of the reading, New Truth. Ace of Wands. This is the Ace of Wands. So again, I keep thinking this is the double-edged sword. The Ace of Swords. But this is new information. This is the Bam Bam card. But instead of Bam Bam, this is Slice and Dice. This is big. Look at that color. Boom. Big. And the potential near future. The Queen of Information coming out. So, is it going to be challenged? Of course. Mr. Pumpkinhead is there. There's a decision that's going to be being made. However, in this reading, as I drop it down, in this reading, look, you got a celebration, you got cutting news, you got powerful. This isn't just like, well, I'm going to throw this out. It started out as I'm going to throw this out, but there is the Queen of Information coming forward. And she's got a little kitty here. And this little kitty is a little psychic kitty. It's going to bring forth a little secret. Kind of like the Queen of Cups, but different. The Queen of Cups has, something in her cup. This kitty has retractable claws. Yikes! When those claws come out, watch it. So, yeah, this looks like it's going to move forward. Timing, who knows? All right, so I picked up this deck, and I think, where do I want to go with my low Scaribo deck? Because this deck is calling me right now. It's going, hey, no, don't forget me. Okay, this, before I get into Kamala Harris, let's look into the disarray of the Republican Party. Okay. The disarray of the Republican Party. So you have Elon Musk screaming and yelling. Let's do Trump and Elon. Let's not do them, but let's look into the energy. God, what's the matter with me? No comments. I don't really need to know. I have enough to work on in my own head. What's the energy between Trump and Elon? Okay. First three cards are going to be Trump. Bottom cards are going to be Elon. And the one in the center is going to be the one in the center. What's going on with Trump and Elon? Temperance. Two of Wands. Out in the cold. So it feels like they started out working for the same thing, creating something of a similar vision. Then things got, we got to make a decision over which way we want to go with the Two of Wands. Now they're out in the cold. All right. Elon, what is your relationship with Pumpkinhead? How is that working? Queen of Wands. Big news coming. There's that cat. Big news coming. Got to watch out for... Whoops. I got two cards that popped out. Ten of Swords. Getting stabbed in the back. Walking away. Is this the big beautiful bill that, you know, Doge was trying to cut all this money and being efficient? I saw a PBS NewsHour where one of the Doge guys was working. He was a volunteer. I'm like, oh. And he was going, you know, I mean, he sounded normal. He goes, you know, we were looking for waste and abuse and fraud. We didn't find any. And then something happened and he had to leave. But this is getting stabbed in the back and walking away. In other decks, this guy's just stabbed in the back and on the ground. But this guy, no. So he made a stand and he's walking away. These two swords are crossed kind of this way here with the Two of Wands. You can see the two crossed near my finger there. All right. And then this suspension. Looking at things from another way. Being hung upside down to dry. I'm going to pull one more on that because that may be with this card here. Let's do it this way. New start, new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. Elon. So he walked away. He got hung upside down. And now he's walking away, starting something new. And the card that is between them, is it the friction? What is the card between them? I should be using the Deviant Moon deck. Oof, Two of Swords. Two of Swords. They have a decision to be made. It's not going to be easy. They don't know what they're doing. Their eyes are closed. They're blinded. Okay. So nothing earth shattering, except that's not a good card. That's complete loss. Five of Pentacles. And in this deck, there's nowhere to go. It's just cold. You can't go inside and get warm in a church like other decks. That's not a good card for Elon either. It's got to hurt. All his things that he wanted to do just got stuck in the ground. All right. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. She was not at the Democratic conventions in California where she's threatening or people are saying she may run for governor. She did not show up in South Carolina, but Tim Walz did on both accounts, and he had to fly from one state to another to attend this, so it wasn't like an easy thing for him to do. People are talking about there is no leadership in the Democratic Party, and a lot of it I feel is because Kamala Harris has been so silent. However, don't jump on me yet. Don't start commenting and let me finish, because I think some people just are typing away in mid-sentence. The thing with Kamala Harris is if she were to be talking right now about election truth, that Elon Musk stole it, then I think her position would be weaker when the information actually comes out. When the information comes out, can she then go, I'm adding more information to it to make it even stronger? Or can she go, well, with this new information, let's take a look at it and go from there? I don't know. I really think she knows. I think Joe knows. The silence is mind-boggling, though. And that's when you go to the theory that Trump and Biden had this secret deal. I just can't believe that, though. I don't think Joe, I can call him Joe. I rode on a train with him once. Well, I rode on a train. All right. I've only been on a train once. Not a subway. I've been on a subway, but train. Took it up the coast from LA to Oregon or Washington. It was really beautiful from the southern part going up, and then it got a little boring. And then we had an earthquake, and tracks were all messed up. We had to wait for 4 hours. And the train started stinking really bad. Anyway, speaking of stinking, let's move away from Trump. Okay. Okie dokie. Kamala Harris. I have said in the past that there will be big news by June, the end of June, that will get Pumpkinhead out and start putting Kamala Harris in. She just won't step in, but what can you tell me? Asking the cards, not you. Well, I'll ask you too. What can you tell me about Pumpkinhead's administration this month in regards to Kamala Harris turning into Lotus Potus? What can you tell me about this current administration changing over to allow the Lotus to be Potus in the month of June 2025? Let's drop it down. I already flipped one over. What is it? The Sun card. Can we just stop there, please? That'd be good. The Sun card. Full illumination, happiness, joy. This deck, though, I mean, look at that. That looks like At first I thought it was a female, then it looks like, you know, very stern, then it looks like a male with makeup, and then I go, Happy Pride Month again. There is something that is steely-eyed determination. This isn't like the regular fun card where you have a naked baby riding on a horse. This is like full illumination. Yeah. Also in this card, looks like turkeys. Turkeys have been around for 11 million years. They manifest clarity, gratitude. All right. Ooh, old man hermit. Again, shining a light on something. What is being shown? Secrets during the moon, coming up out of the moon, out of the water. Full moon? When is the full moon? It's coming up in June. We have the Eight of Coins, looking at the boats again. Eight of Coins. This is a lot of hard work, but this guy's going over the books again. He's not working on the coins like in other decks. He's going over the books again. They're readjusting the books. Giving and receiving. Uh-oh. The ending. The birth of something new. The ending and the birth of something new. We have the Sword of Truth. Internally, externally, we have the Karmic Wheel of Fortune. Yikes. Hopes and Fears are the Page of Coins. And the final outcome is the Lovers. Something is going to change with this Death card and bring about a more harmonious way. Somebody's ship is it coming in or going out? Looks like it's coming in, but Three of Wands. Waiting for something to happen. And then we have the Seven of Cups. This is illusion, delusion, but this to me feels like you made the right choice. Make the right choice. I'm going to keep going with this. Pull some clarifiers on that Seven of Cups because it's confusion right now. And it will be, look at, there's no real battles in here. You know, Five of Swords or Five of Wands. It's just a little confusion. We get the Queen of Coins. And my phone was humming. And we get the Two of Wands. A decision to be made about Lotus Potus. All right. What can you tell me about this current administration and how Kamala Harris will be the Lotus, will be the Potus? It's going to take, she did show up in here, but she showed up kind of far down. from the final outcome. There are still some things that need to play out here. But I said by June, the recounting of the votes, or looking into it, the secrets that are going to come out, the ending of something, and I'm thinking it's the current administration, but there's a lot of information coming out here. There's a rebalancing. There's a giving and receiving. Maybe somebody will, there'll be a whistleblower or something with this Six of Coins, giving and receiving. I wonder if they'll give them actual money or if it'll be a mem coin. Certainly some karmic destiny that is happening in this reading. But the final outcome is the Lover's card, which is, which is a coming together, which is a commitment, which is something that I don't see it as a current administration card at all. We have two powerful women with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups showing up. But there is this Two of Wands that is going to give us some kind of choice that will come to fruition, this Two of Wands. Okay. All right. I am still seeing something happening this month. But then I am an eternal optimist. All right, everybody. All right. Psychic Duck, anything else to say? Good to be back. Yeah. You're with your quacks, I see. Yeah. I'm in a row of quacks. A what? Row of quacks. I thought you said a woe. I don't have lips, so be careful. Okay. Can't say certain words because he doesn't have lips. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing if you do. That's it. Peace and love.